Now, I've been a Sonic fan since as long as I could remember. From the games to the comics, the lore, the characters, everything about the franchise I adore. So much so that I've decided to explain to you all a fact that may not have needed a video, but I wanted to do one anyway because it kept gnawing at the back of my mind. Thanks to the decomped versions of the Taxman remakes of Sonic 1, 2, and CD, as well as finally getting around to Sonic 3 Air, I've been thinking a lot about the classic Sonic games and have come to a startling conclusion. Sonic CD takes place after Sonic and Knuckles and before Sonic Adventure, and I have proof. I know timeline theories and lore discussions isn't what people associate with this franchise. Most conversations are picking apart every little detail about a Sonic game into a continued hope that Sega can finally make a great modern-day Sonic game. Rolling that boulder of hype and hope up that hill only to meet disappointment and quills just too short. I'm still excited about Frontiers. It's something I always wondered about since I was a kid, and as the non-numbered entry of the original titles, it's not too clear from the games alone when it takes place, and only a couple of videos online I've found that covers this topic. For context, the game I'm focusing on is the only notable Sega CD game, and trying to figure out where it exists in the long life of Sonic T Hedgehog. Being developed by the Sonic team of Japan and spearheaded by Sonic's designer, this time-traveling entry has been both hated, loved, and mixed-bagged when it comes to how people feel about it. Personally, I love it, but we're not here to discuss opinions. We are here to use evidence and fact to find out why I'm right. Side note, every game in the classic Sonic lineup is mostly self-contained, with the exception of Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, seeing as they were meant to be one game, and with how the story pretty much follows up on each other, I'm treating them as one entry, with Sonic and Tails going through their route from Angel Island to Doomsday Zone, followed up with Knuckles' route, dealing with the Egg Robo.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Anyway, the 5 classic Sonic games, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Sonic and Knuckles are all considered mainline titles. If going by release date, it is in that order: Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. However, from a timeline perspective, that doesn't make any sense. Sonic 2 ends with Sonic and Tails on the tornado above the sea with all the Chaos Emeralds after destroying the Death Egg, which perfectly leads into Sonic's 3 intro with him being cuckolded by Knuckles after Angel Island was forced back into the sea.
What the fuck happened to my head?
Whichever way, Sonic 2 is followed up by Sonic 3, and Sonic 3 is obviously followed up with Sonic and Knuckles. So that's out. But there are 2 major ideas on when Sonic CD takes place in accordance to the quadrilogy. One being that Sonic CD takes place after Sonic 1 but before Sonic 2, and the other being Sonic CD takes place after the quadrilogy but before the adventure games. In the manual for Sonic CD, the only clues we have is that Sonic is an established hero to the point where he has fans, and that Little Planet pops above Never Lake once at the end of every year.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
So we will have to use the context from the other games to help us into some understanding on when everything takes place. On the side of Sonic CD replacing before the sequel, there's a good amount of evidence, admittingly. Sonic's sprite is the same one as from Sonic 1, Sonic being by himself on this adventure, as well as Tails' See You Next Game Easter egg implies that he hasn't met Tails yet. Before the Taxman remake, Sonic had this sad excuse for a spin dash, and it makes sense that he would later perfect it in Sonic 2 and in the following games. All this seems like putting Sonic CD here would be an easy choice. However, to explain why there's more for putting Sonic CD over here instead will require some context. Firstly, look at Metal Sonic. I didn't put him in the thumbnail just for no reason. In Sonic 2, you have Robo Sonic.
Okay, so quick side note. So this character's name and his history has been kind of weird because he's been called both Silver Sonic and Mecha Sonic, even though the robot from Sonic 3 and Knuckles has been called Mecha Sonic. So, like, what's the deal? Are they both Mecha Sonics? Are they just two different ones? Well, it's yes and no. You see, the Mecha Sonic from Sonic and Knuckles is actually Mecha Sonic version 2, whilst the Death Egg Mecha Sonic is the original Mecha Sonic. You can tell by how they both share the design detail of having a singular ocular beam to represent an eye, so it's kind of clear that the evolution goes from original clunky Mecha Sonic to cool Dragon Ball Z-esque Mecha Sonic. And super side note, just for preference, I'm calling the Mecha Sonic from Sonic 2 Robosonic because the term mecha can be synonymous with robot anyway. Two, it reminds me of like silly naming conventions for robot characters like Pseudo-Sonic from the cartoon, and Lego Dimensions says it's a valid name, so...
What the hell are you talking about? What the hell does this have to do with anything? Tell me what's happening!
Okay, so back to the video. Sonic 2 has Robosonic, while Sonic 3K has Mecha Sonic. Seeing as Metal Sonic has been an active part of the franchise since his debut, this means that he's the most perfect version of the idea of a robot Sonic. So why would Eggman go from this good boy to this trash can to this absolute Chad, and then back to the good boy again? To me, it makes more sense to go from clunky robot to less so and better looking robot than to one of the best characters in the franchise.
Oh, don't even get me started on this guy.
But if you want to know more about him, watch this guy's video on it. He makes great stuff.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg, that is the least fancy thing I have ever heard.
Alright, now here is where I might lose some of you, but bear with me. I'm talking lore. Remember how everyone went crazy thinking that they retconned classic Sonic into being from another dimension instead of being from the past like we saw in Sonic Generations?
Oh, you're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you?
What?
Right, that makes sense.
But you can't do this to me.
Do you know how you got here?
You know how much I sacrificed?
I think that actually might be a misconstrued line. It's clear that the classic Sonic from Sonic Forces is the same one as from Generations, so he's still a younger Sonic. I just think that he's one from an alternate timeline. See, I believe that Sonic Generations creates a split timeline, as in there's the original timelines from Sonic 1 to the modern era, and then a separate timeline that follows the classic games, but then diverges before it can get to like Sonic 4 or Sonic Adventure or anything like that, and also includes the adventures that we saw in Sonic Mania.
Time travel!
Also, keeping in mind, the manuals for Sonic Adventures states that Sonic returns from a long journey, and with how he interacts with his friends, it's clear that it's been a while since he's seen any of them. Not to mention, in the Japanese script, one of the NPC characters mentions both the events on Little Planet and Angel Island, but not West Side Island, implying that those two events happened more recently than the events of Sonic 2. Even the new encyclopedia references this. With that in mind, let's look at Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Okay, so going with the split timeline in mind, we can assume Sonic 4 happened before Sonic Adventure, but after the classic games because of basic math. We can also assume this doesn't take place in the Mania timeline because do these look like they're in the same franchise? With the Little Planet being a story element in both games, a lot of things align to the point where Mania not only replaces Sonic 4 as a sequel to the classic games in a meta sense, but also in a timeline sense as well.
Oh my god, it's so much better, it's crazy.
Turkey can never beat cow, Chris. Sorry.
I don't understand. I've tinkered with this recipe for years. This is better.
Hey, did you know? that Sonic Mania's Metal Sonic boss fight had 2 versions of Metal Sonic in the background along with 8-bit Sonic 2 Silver Sonic shit. This would imply that there were 2 versions of Metal Sonic that were defeated before Mania. Seeing as this game is a love letter to the classics and very much appreciates the heck out of Knuckles Chaotix, we can assume that the Metal Sonic from that game is the second version of Metal Sonic, with the first being obviously from Sonic CD, thus making Sonic Mania the 3rd time Sonic and the crew fought Metal Sonic, at least in this timeline.
I'm not dead! You'll be stone dead in a moment.
With Knuckles Chaotix stated to take place several months after Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it gives a nice window of time for Sonic CD to take place. I do have a side theory that Knuckles Chaotix also didn't take place in the original timeline, but happens in the Mania timeline, seeing as how Heroes treats the Chaotix as new characters anyway, and Mania Knuckles had to at least recognize humanity from somewhere, but that's another day. And if that doesn't convince you, well, here is the final nail in the coffin. Sonic 4's Ken Baulos stated that Sonic CD acts as a prequel to Sonic 4, thus implying that the events of Sonic CD had to have been followed up by the events of Sonic 4. I assume they wanted to be vague about it so that they could still claim Sonic 4 to be a sequel to Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I was acting.
Also, Naoto Oshima, the director of CD and, one of Sonic's dads, straight up said in a private DM to someone that Sonic CD does in fact take place after Sonic and Knuckles. He even used the Mecha Sonic, Metal Sonic evolution idea to back it up. So yeah. Update. Just as I had finalized the script, recorded everything, Ian Flynn, one of the main writers of the Sonic IDW comics, the one who is writing the next Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers, and the guy who'd probably know the most out of what Sonic lore is, said this.
The Encyclopedia suggests that Sonic CD takes place before Sonic 2. Was this a current decision made by Sega/Sonic team?
Yes, that is the official order of things, followed up with a hashtag knowing smile.
So basically, I spent the last 12 minutes talking about how Sonic CD should come after Sonic 3K, feeling pretty confident in that that's how the timeline should be.
Especially since Sonic's dad and CD's designer heavily insinuate that CD takes place after 2.
Sega had already decided that it should be before 2, even though that makes no sense.
Once again, things that could have been brought to my attention yesterday!
I was going to talk about how pointless this video was, seeing as how so much evidence and sources point to Sonic CD being after Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and how that seems like a closed case. But now I'm talking about how pointless that segment was, because just like Sonic lore, Sonic CD's timeline placement is an SCP and can never be comprehended, let alone solved. But I just wanted to talk about some lore and design aspects about a series that I like a whole lot, so yeah. The next video will probably be Sonic Origins and my hopes for it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm interested in these topics, so the next video could be about anything. It would just sort of depend on my motivation and what I'm inspired to make at a given time. Thank you for watching my video. It's my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I can take your feedback and improve on whatever needs to be improved on, specifically my line delivery, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it and let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you want to follow me, I have a Twitter account. I don't really post a lot, but I do retweet a lot. I also edit for a YouTube channel called Club Nebula. We make some good stuff there, so if you want to check that out, that'd be pretty cool. As for me and why I spend so much time thinking and talking about when Sonic CD takes place in the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, and why that's so important to me, well,